And we work for a company called Conservation Ambassadors. And what it is we do at our center is we give a home to rescued wildlife. Either to animals that have been injured somehow and can't be set free back onto the wild. Those animals are sent to us at our center. Or other times we have a big problem, especially here in the United States. We have a problem with people trying to make pets out of wild animals. That never ever works. It's also against the law, and those animals are taken away and sent to our center as well. Then what we do is give these animals lots of love, lots of attention, and lots of food. And the animals that we can, we train to travel, going mostly to school groups, giving us a chance to share some amazing rescued wildlife up close and personal. Now, we've actually been partnering with SeaWorld for the last 29 years, and we've gotten to witness some of the amazing rescue work that they continue to do. In fact, since SeaWorld first opened their gates, they have rescued and released over 40,000 animals. That definitely deserves a round of applause. That is honestly incredible. And they're some of the best at what they do. So when SeaWorld asked us to come share some of our rescued wildlife with you, we were super excited to do so. And we brought some awesome animals for you guys to meet. But for our first guest, I'm going to need the help of 5 extremely brave volunteers. Let's see, how about you in the pink there? Come on up. Oh, I got you last time. I'll get you again next time. Let's see, how about you in the black there? Come on down. And you in the white, all the way up there. Sure, you in the black, come on down as well. All right. Everybody come on up. Stand right here, right in front of the table. Nicely done. Hi, how you doing? Good to see you. Now, stand right here for me. Cool. We need one more. How about you? Yeah, come on down. Perfect. All right, nobody trips. Now, stand right in front of the table there. Everybody, scooch in like you like each other. Scooch, scooch, scooch. Yep, you're on the end there, buddy. All right, perfect. Now, you guys are going to help us hold our next guest. Her name is Julia Squeezer. Check this girl out. This is Julia Squeezer, and she is 13 feet of Birdie's python. All right, hands out, everybody. Get right in there. Perfect. Now, we get all kinds of crazy stories about these big snakes. I call them Tarzan stories. Where this guy walking through the jungle, the big snake smells him in the air, and the guy starts to run. The snake leaps out of the trees, wraps around the guy's neck, swallows him, and eats him. Well, is that really the way it works? No, this is a big snake, but she can only swallow something about 5 times the size of her head. But that's still pretty impressive. That would be like us trying to swallow a basketball. That doesn't go over very well. So instead what she'll do is she'll sit in the leaves that are blending in perfectly with these beautiful scales of hers, and she'll sit there and she'll pick that tub. Now she can tell exactly what is happening in her area, and let's say a prey animal walks out in front of her. She'll strike out, boom. She grabs all of over 80 very, very sharp, backwards facing teeth. But she's not venomous. Do you know how you can tell she's not venomous? It's because I'm holding her. But no, she's a constrictor. She kills by squeezing things. And what's your name here? What is it? Nice, Stephanie. You know what section Stephanie's holding? That's the squeezing section of the snake. You guys want to see how it works? All right, here we go. No, I'm kidding. No, so she'll use that section to wrap around her prey, and when Stephanie's dead, when that prey's dead, then she'll start to swallow. And that big lump will sit in her stomach for about 4 or 5 days. Then 4 or 5 days later, it's pushed down to my buddy on the end. What's your name on the end? Max. You know what section Max is holding? That's the dangerous end of the snake, because that's where she goes to the bathroom. But I think we're safe, because this girl here only eats about once a month, only goes to the bathroom about once a month as well. Pretty amazing. All right, let's give our volunteers a hand. You guys did an amazing job. Thank you guys so much. Here, hold her for just a second. Over there. Nicely done, buddy. Now, perfect. We're all clear. All right. Now, Julia Squeezer here. She actually came to our center because she's being kept in the classroom as a pet. The people that tried to, and the principal saw how big she was getting and decided that there's no way she was allowed to be kept in the classroom anymore. And that's when she sent us to our center. And I'd like to say that her story doesn't happen a lot, but we get a call for a big snake like this at least once a month at our center, and people decide they can't take care of it anymore. I do think she's absolutely beautiful, though. That is Julia Squeezer. Let's say goodbye to the mermaids right on. And this is Whizzer, one of my favorite animals on the planet, and he is the turkey vulture. Gotta say, I love that bald head. I just really hope I don't end up looking like him in 10 years. A testament to wear your sunscreen out here in the San Diego heat. Now, turkey vultures, they get up in the morning, first thing they do is spread those big wings and sunbathe. Look at that, right on cue. And when they're feeling nice and warm, he takes flight. Now, once up in the air, you'll see them doing some big lazy circles. Now, they may look lazy, but he is actually working. He's sniffing and smelling for the grossest, disgusting, rotten, stinky things that he can find. And when he finds something gross that's been dead for a while, you know what he says? Yummy, lunchtime, and flies on down to make a meal out of it. That's because vultures eat dead stuff. Now, many people hear that and they may think, ew, but if we're being honest with ourselves, most of us eat dead stuff too. Nobody's chasing a cow down the road to chew on its leg. The only difference is that vultures eat meat that has so much bacteria and germs that it would otherwise make us sick to our stomach. And because they're sticking their head into rotting meat, ooh, that was a comfy fluff, boy. And because they're sticking their head into rotten meat, they have that bald head so none of it gets stuck to their feathers. They also cool off and clean their legs in kind of a gross way. You want to know how they do that? So they clean off and cool their legs by peeing down them. Yeah, by peeing down their legs. That's why we named him Whizzer. Now, Whizzer here has been with us for over 17 years because somebody had the nerve to shoot this big, beautiful bird in his left wing. But because bird bones are hollow, when their bones break, they usually don't heal properly, and that's what happened to Whizzer here. He can still fly for a little bit, but not enough to survive in the wild. Now, our next guest coming out may also be famous for flying, even though his hooves have never left the ground. But let's say goodbye to Whizzer, the beautiful turkey vulture. Now, this is Yukon, and he is the reindeer. Now, reindeer are actually the domesticated version of the caribou. And although Yukon looks like he's the victim of a bad haircut, he's just shedding his winter coat for the summer season. But reindeer are amazing animals. These guys have the second widest hoof out of all the deer species. Those extra wide hooves of theirs work like snowshoes, allowing them to walk in the Arctic countries with ease. They also act like paddles, allowing them to easily swim across rushing riverways. But my favorite thing to talk about is definitely these antlers. Those fuzzy bone growths are the new antlers coming back in for the season. See, every single deer species sheds their antlers every single year. Those big antlers fall off their head. As they grow back in, they're covered in the skin and velvet coating. Once they reach that full size, they rub all that off, and that's when you're left with the beautiful bone antlers that we're used to seeing. But reindeer and caribou are special. They are the only deer species that both males and females get the antlers. The males, they get theirs to fight for all the girls during the mating season. The females get theirs to protect their young, though. So they keep them later in the year. That way they're a strong set when the babies are being born. Because those calves are up and walking within the first hour of life. Mom is right by their side the entire time. Now, Yukon, though, he actually came to our center from a petting zoo in Missouri. This petting zoo thought it would be a good idea to take 3 male reindeer and add them to their collection. But they quickly realized that reindeer do not make a good petting zoo animal. These are big, strong animals, and the males especially can become dangerous during the mating season. So they called us up and asked if we could give Yukon and his 2 half-brothers a home, and we were happy to do so. But the more we learned about reindeer, the more fascinated by them we became. In fact, you guys might see something kind of interesting happen. If you watch his stomach, he has a 4-chambered stomach like cows do. So he'll sit there, he'll swallow his food down to his belly, he sloshes it in and out, in and out. Then he'll throw that back up into his mouth, he chews his cud, it's like a gross version of bubble gum, then he'll swallow it down to that next chamber. That allows him to eat almost any kind of vegetation. But I'll tell you, reindeer though, they're domesticated as a source of food, leather, and a mode of transportation. These guys would actually pull sleighs through the snow, but Santa was the only one that got him to fly. But let's say goodbye to Yukon, the amazing reindeer.
just messing with you, that's my only owl joke. This is Nova, and she's the great horned owl. These birds are perfectly specialized to be able to hunt and fly at night. Couple things to help them. Number one, those eyes. Those big yellow eyes of hers are so good at seeing in the dark that if it was so dark out here that we couldn't see a single thing, she'd be able to see just about as well as we can right now without any issues whatsoever. But there's a problem. Those eyes are so big that they're actually stuck right inside of her owl's hole, looking straight forward. So, if you want to look to the left, she would have to turn her whole head to the left. The left. If you want to look to the right, you have to turn her whole head to the right. The right. The right. I think she's broken, but that's okay. That's why she has that special neck of hers. That neck of hers isn't like in the cartoons, right? She can't just turn her head around and around. If she did that, her head will pop right off. What she does have, though, is 14 cervical vertebrae, which allow her to turn her head 270 degrees almost the whole way around once. Not only that, she has special feathers on those wings of hers called comb feathers. Those comb feathers break up that wind, granting her the gift of silent flight. This helps her out in a couple ways. Because while she's out in the forest hunting, she isn't just looking for her food, she's listening, hearing for her food. Because when she's up there going flappity, 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 she can actually hear all those mice and rats on the forest floor. This also helps her out because those mice and rats can't hear her coming, and she'll swoop right on down and grab her prey. A bird this size eats about 2 to 3 small rodents every single night, and they're out there making sure that we don't get overrun by the rodent world. Now, Nova here was actually flying free about 12 years ago when she accidentally flew right in front of a car. The person tried to stop but couldn't, and it hit this poor bird, shattering her left wing. Now, they bravely scooped her up and turned her to a wildlife vet that saved her life, but that left wing of hers never healed up properly enough for her to be able to survive in the wild. That's why she's here with us at our center, and we love being able to share it with you. But our next animal is a predator on a completely different scale. That's Nova, the great horned owl!
Now, this is Spike, and he is the North American alligator. Now, the first question people always ask me is, Jojo, why doesn't he bite you? You guys know what the answer to that question is? Well, Spike here, he only bites Dodger fans.
Yeah!
Spike, he's been doing education programs with us for the past 32 years. See, 32 years ago, he was down being kept in a man's bathtub in Los Angeles. And he was taken away, and he's been helping us do education programs ever since. But alligators are amazing animals. See, these guys are perfectly set up for life in the southern swamps. Everything from their nose being positioned on top of their snout to work like a snorkel, to these amazing spikes that run down his whole body that act like armor and protect him from other alligators. Then he's got that big, long, muscular tail. That tail of his is the most well-muscled part of his body. He can pump that tail along and swim faster than a bottlenose dolphin can. Take that, Dolphin Stadium. He even has 2,000 pounds per square inch of crushing power in that mouth. Whenever he grabs a hold of something, you can bet it's always his. Now, there's a couple ways to tell the difference between alligators and crocodiles. One is in the shape of the snout. Alligators have this very short, rounded snout, while crocodiles tend to have a longer, narrow snout. That's the first way to tell. The second way to tell is to look at the teeth. The largest tooth on an alligator points down, while the largest tooth on a crocodile points up. If you're close enough to tell, you might be a little bit too close. But I'll tell you what, alligators are actually an animal that gives me hope. These guys give me hope because we almost lost these beautiful creatures. We almost lost the North American alligator because of their side skin. See, so many alligators were killed for that skin of theirs to make boots and belts and walls and purses out of them that we almost lost. You're wiggly today, buddy. We almost lost the largest reptile that we had here in North America. But you guys know what happened? People got involved. They started protecting the alligators. They started protecting the alligators' habitats. And now these guys have made such a strong comeback that there are over 2 million alligators in Florida alone. They're thriving once again in our southern swamps. But let's say goodbye to Spike, the North American alligator. No, you say, see you later? Alligator. You know, I did that joke in the school once. And this little kindergartner came up to me at the end of the program. And he said, see you later, alligator. So I said, in a while, crocodile. this little kindergarten looked me dead in the eye and said, "See you soon, you big baboon." Right in the heart. But I'll tell you what, our next guest is an absolutely amazing creature that is found right here in California. But let's give Spike a round of applause one last time.
And this is Pocket, the Virginia opossum. These were originally an East Coast animal, but they became widespread around the United States at the time that the railroads were being built. Believe it or not, they were brought state to state to be used as a food source. Now, Pocket here has a home with us because a few years ago, there was a lady driving her car down the road late at night and she saw a ball of fur dash across the road. Now, she tried to stop, she did, but unfortunately, she hit that ball of fur. So she got out of her car and realized that she had hit an opossum. But she was smart, thankfully. She had read somewhere that opossums, they're marsupials. And marsupials are animals that have pouches on their bellies to carry their what in? Their what in? No, their cell phones. Of course, I heard you say they're babies. Absolutely. So she bravely reached into that pouch and realized there were still 5 little baby opossums inside. So she bravely scooped them up, took them to a rehab center where they would have the best chance to make it back out there in the wild. And everything was going great for a while, except for with little Pocket here, who they discovered shortly after was almost completely blind. Now that's why Pocket could not be released with his siblings and has a home here with us. Pocket is 3 years old. Now that may seem pretty young, but the average lifespan of an opossum is only about 3 to 4 years. But check this, in those 3 to 4 years, a mama opossum can give birth to over 50 babies. 50 babies, right? I mean, if I had 50 children, I'd only want to live about 3 years myself. Now, Pocket is an amazing animal and has the distinction of being North America's only marsupial. I think he is one awesome possum. Let's say goodbye to Pocket. And our next animal coming out may be one of the most iconic in all North America. Check her out.
This is Spirit, and she is the bald eagle. Now, you guys can definitely see why we have Spirit at our center. See, she was on one of her very first flights up in Sitka, Alaska, when she tried to steal a fish from a fisherman. This person didn't take kindly to that and actually shot this beautiful bird in her left wing. And somehow, she managed to swim her way back to shore, where she was taken in by a special wildlife vet that saved her life. But unfortunately, they couldn't save that left wing of hers, and they had to amputate it below her elbow. And her missing that left wing completely takes away her ability to fly. It also gives her some balance issues as well. But I'll tell you what, bald eagles, they're one of the most inspiring and recognizable animals on this planet, but we almost lost these big, beautiful birds. We almost lost them due to a chemical called DEITY. DEITY was this American pesticide that used to be used all the time. People sprayed it on their crops and on their children, and nobody was being directly hurt. That chemical would wash into the riverways. It would be absorbed by the fish. The eagles would then eat those fish, and the eagles themselves would survive. But they ended up with a calcium deficiency. And that calcium deficiency resulted in the bald eagles laying extremely soft eggs. So when moms would nest, the eggs would break, and no new generations of eagles were being born. Here's the thing, DDT was banned in the 70s, it was done, but the problem was still occurring, and our national symbol was in danger of going extinct. It actually took the help of passionate people. They would watch the bald eagles' nests, waiting for moms to lay their eggs. Right when those eggs were laid, they would chase mom away, which is not as easy as it sounds. They would put fake eggs in the nest, take the soft ones back to incubate them. Once those babies hatch, they rush them back to that very same nest. And this process was working surprisingly well. But the best part was, those babies didn't have the chemical in their system. They were able to reproduce on their own. So that process worked so well that in 2007, the bald eagles were even taken off the endangered species list and are thriving once again in our waterways. Absolutely. Now, these guys are amazing animals though. She has eyesight that's 6 times better than yours or mine. Her talons have close to 1,000 pounds per square inch of crushing power in them. And these birds are even known. If they catch a fish that's too heavy for them to fly with, they'll swim it all the way back to shore. They're amazing fishers and scavengers, and I'm absolutely honored to be able to share her with you guys. But brace yourselves. because our next guest comes off a little bit prickly. But let's say goodbye to Spirit, the beautiful bald eagle.
Now this spiky fella is Morocco, the African crested porcupine. Now, all you guys have heard of porcupines shoot their quills out, right? Awesome. So to show how this works, we're all gonna clap once on the count of 3. When we do that, he's gonna launch 10 to 20 of those quills right towards the audience. So you guys right there, especially you in the green, red, cover your eyes. You guys ready? 1, 2, 3. Gonna work, let's try it a little louder. 1, 2, 3. I'm just messing with you guys. They're not actually quills out. No, these quills are just hair. It's not as long, sharp, stiff, and pointy. It's like they're spring loaded. You can say fire missile 6 and shoot them out. But even though they can't do that, they are amazing animals. Porcupines make up some of the most impressive rodents in the world. From the South American prehensile tailed porcupine with over 30,000 quills all over its body and a grasping tail, kind of like that of a monkey, all the way to the North American porcupine, a fuzzy tree climber that lives right here in the US of A and has barbed quills. But this fella, African cresteds, they're my favorite to talk about. That's because they're the biggest of the porcupines. They grow over 50 pounds in weight and have quills as long as 18 inches. At night, they scour the grasslands of Africa looking for fruits, grasses, and roots. And if a predator comes up to them during their nightly excursions, they'll flare these quills so straight up that they'll look just like a sea urchin. Not only that, they have specialized hollow quills in that tail of theirs that they'll rattle, telling that predator that they're a porcupine, that they make a very pokey meal. And that defense usually works pretty darn well, because if one of those quills ends up on that predator's paw in their face, it'll affect their hunting and cause all sorts of issues for that animal. So these guys basically run the savannas of Africa. Now Mo here came to us from a Texas zoo that shut down, and they're having a bit of trouble trying to find some homes for their critters. So we took in as many animals as we could, including Morocco here and 4 other porcupines 22 years ago. And this fella's been helping us do educational programs ever since. He's an amazing ambassador for his kind. That's Morocco, the African crested porcupine.
How did you guys enjoy those animals? I hope you did. I hope you guys learned something. But because we've worked with all these awesome wild animals, people tend to ask us this one question. They tend to ask us what our favorite animal is. So today, I think I'm doing the opposite. Do you guys have a favorite animal? What's your favorite? I read everything from monkeys to kangaroos. Some awesome wild animals. And you know what? We love the wildlife. That's why we do what we do. But my favorite animal, without question, without a doubt, is this next guest. His name is Basil. And these guys will definitely know what it is when you see him. Well, check him out. Come out here, Basil. This is my favorite animal. All the way up here, buddy. Now, I trust him, he trusts me. I know he wants to be with me. You have to know, the wild animals belong in nature where they're truly supposed to be. Now, we like to end these sort of our presentations, just a few easy things that we're able to do to help protect our wild friends. Things like reducing single-use plastics and recycling, or picking up garbage and keeping the environments clean. Or if you find a sick or injured animal in the wild, call the Wildlife Rescue Center. There are literally thousands of places set up to give the animals the proper care they need to hopefully get them back out to the wild. And we thank you so much for coming and listening to our rescue tales and enjoy the rest of your day. Here's SeaWorld, everybody. Thank you very much for coming.
Hi guys, use the other side of the stage.